All right. Hi there, I'm Tim Sullivan. I'm the Executive Director of UC Press, and I'm here with Renee Almling, the author of the new book, Gynecology, The Missing Science of Men's Reproductive Health. Welcome, Renee.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, Renee is an associate professor of sociology at Yale University, and her research focuses on gender and medicine. She's also written the award-winning book, Sex Cells, C-E-L-L-S, The Medical Market for Eggs and Sperm. But today we're going to talk about gynecology. That is spelled G-U-Y-N-E-C-O-L-O-G-Y, gynecology, which argues that the historical lack of biomedical attention to men's reproductive health has profound implications for contemporary reproductive politics. In fact, only recently have researchers begun to ask basic questions about how men's health matters for reproductive outcomes, from miscarriage to childhood illness. So I'm going to just start there. Why isn't there a specialization for men's reproductive health?
Yes, well, it's one of these things that sociologists specialize in, which is, once we point it out, then it becomes an obvious question, right? But it's not something that physicians have noticed. It's not something that scientists have noticed. And the answer to that question goes back to the 19th century. So the medical profession, as it became a profession in the middle of the 19th century, didn't start off as having specialties. They were just really becoming, a profession and, position themselves opposed to midwives, homeopaths, other sort of healers that they viewed as not professional. But it didn't take long for them to start breaking out into specialties. And so obstetrics and GYN, gynecology, were some of the earliest specialties. They quickly became institutionalized. They had journals and specialized hospitals and specialized meetings. And there was an attempt actually at that time, around 1889, 1890, there was a group of physicians who came together and said, hey, we need a male analog to gynecology. And they called it andrology, so taking the Greek root for men instead of women. And they tried to form a specialty for men's reproductive bodies. And essentially they were laughed out of the pages of medical journals. And so this is the first real history of that particular moment. It's what I spend the first chapter of the book talking about. And I argue that we're still living with the consequences today. If there had been a full-blown specialty for men's reproductive health in the 1890s, we would have gotten journals and clinicians and scientists and hospitals and sort of a community of people who would have come together to create knowledge and to build on that knowledge. And that doesn't happen. So it's really, what I argue in the book is that it's a making of non-knowledge, right? There is a lack of knowledge about men's reproductive health that can be traced back to this lack of institutionalized medical attention.